Greetings, friends. Let's play a game. What if you download League of Legends right now, start playing with it, and you're immediately hooked? You quickly learn how it works. 2 teams of 5 players try to destroy the other team's base by fighting their way across a map full of minions and
Is the mic on? Crikey. Let me know if the music's too loud. Oh, yeah. A wild Asby has appeared. Anyway. Retro, Alice, both welcome to the stream. Oh, darn. Well, just do what you can, Alice. If you want to join the voice chat, you can. probably go with has to be taught. That's like general. And retro. Can I make you? You're not mod on this one, which is interesting. Should I mod you? Fuck it, I'm gonna mod you. R big O underscore eyes. That should be it. Granted moderator privileges to retro. Brilliant. Good. Well, we're on. So can do. I've changed the title down there. I'm deciding not to give it numbers. I'm guessing, I don't know, too much pressure maybe to put numbers against something. If it's just like this, don't know. Well, we're going to talk about, I guess, oh god, hang on, there's an advert on the YouTube side. There we are, that's better. Gonna keep it on that. So I guess we're gonna, I don't know, pretty much gonna talk about what we were talking about this morning. Just haven't got that coming through. If we're gonna do voice chat, I'm probably gonna have to pause the YouTube music because I don't know if I'm going to be able to hear you if you come in, but it's experimental stuff. So anyway, so once again, welcome to the both of you. Alice, Retro, welcome again. And I think I've got the activity feed sorted now, so actually Retro, if you're, or either one of you, we could do a little alert test whereby unfollow the channel and then re-follow the channel, and it does show on the I don't know why I'm looking over there because you're down here. It does show on the channel dashboard. I've added a following extension thing, which shows who's followed the channel. So yeah, it's showing 3 people. It works. Yes, brilliant. Good.
Reek0_rise is now following.
Wipes brow. Also, it should be what's it called? TTS or text to speak. That's it. That should be on as well. Stream elements. Okay. And also there are. Oh shit! I didn't do the command thing for. Booger. Hang on. I knew there was something I forgot to do. Silly man. Interesting. I might not need that actually, but then you won't be able to see it. How do I do that? log in. Oh, frames have already dropped. Already. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, there we go. I needed to do that. Okay. Right. Come on. Custom. Okay. This is what we need. I should have done this beforehand. Sorry, everybody. So we'll just do commands. We'll do commands. Copy that link. Paste it there. And go. There, that should be it. Good. Thank you, Retro, for the test. Oh, you're in channel. Hang on. Okay, I can't hear anything. Why? Oh, is... Ah. That'll explain things. Because I turned it down, didn't I? Never mind. Right. Are we working? Are we working? La la. Ah, yes.
Ah, you can hear me now.
Marvellous. Yes, I subsequently turned the headphone set to mute whilst the other music was playing. I was wondering why I couldn't hear anything. It's because I muted everything. Silly bean. Never mind. Cool. That was a noise. Just pull the mic. Ooh, not too close. No. Yep. So, how are we doing today?
Anyone else be joining today? Or is it just me again?
We've got 2 new members joined, so the floor is open. I will just make that clear. Join us in voice chat. As we talk. Fingers are all over the shop. All welcome. Plop. There we go. So our 2 newest members are Vandaltha, who is currently playing Dota 2, and Iveta, I think. So I was a bit sort of suspect about Iveta, mainly the profile picture, but we'll see how that goes. I mean, Alice is about somewhere.
Looks like Jackabox is online, but I don't know.
No, I've posed the question, and unfortunately, the answer is working on computer and sorting out emails.
Ah.
Never mind. Well, the offer's been opened, so it's very early stages. You never know. 4 years' time, we could have 10 people in. that'll be interesting. So just turn that up. So I guess this is could be a follow-on from what we talked about last night, much earlier this morning.
It was this morning.
Yes, I was going to say yesterday, but it definitely was this morning. So,
if you can hear people in the background, by the way, just tell me. I'll mute and tell them to be quieter.
I hadn't noticed. No, there was a loud sort of crash earlier on, but I didn't know.
I might have knocked the microphone a little bit.
Ah, don't worry. I do that all the time. It's annoying. So, as you can see, the title is Understanding and interesting. That shouldn't have been a thing. Oh, because that brings up the stream elements as well, so I need to... Oh, sugar my tea. Hang on. No, wrong. Yes, no, right. Shut up. Sorry, opening stuff. Alice is coming with a boop. Alice, don't forget, if you want to join voice, you can. I'm going to change this to CMDS to make it slightly different from stream elements, and this should only bring up. No, it's interesting. Let's bring it that as well. Okay, well, ignore the list of commands on stream elements because there aren't any. They're all on Nightbot. At least I think so.
Alice is in chat, by the way, she's just said something.
Spotted. Using phone. Okay, never mind. Anyway, there's more commands there if you want to use them. Pretty straightforward stuff, just links to where everybody is. So, yeah. So, and oh no, she's using phone. Depending on the quality of a microphone on the phone, has a tendency to sort of echo. I've noticed. Laying in bed because can't go downstairs. Lol. Oh, I'm reading, all reading chat. That's amazing. Okay. Retro, I've made you a mod on this channel as well, same as the other channel, but I think it would probably make more sense to have you as a mod on this particular channel because it's nothing to do with gaming. It's something a little bit closer to home, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've just been tinkering this afternoon, seeing what I could do, and it's kind of been okay. I managed to get the alerts working, so that's fine. It was just a case of logging out of OBS and Stream Elements and re-logging in as Be United, and then just, you know, recreating the alerts, as it were. So,
do we have all our commands again, or?
Yes. Well,
really, the only custom command I know is moth.
Now, the thing is, I've kept those. I've kept Nightbot and Stream Elements separate, although Stream Elements has come up here. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't think so. But the only commands that there are at the moment are the Nightbot commands, which there is a link in chat in the box. and it should open to a page. I haven't tested it yet. Is it going to do it?
Chat again.
Oh yes, it does. Yay! There we go. So that takes you to a list there. Alice, if I disappear, it's because I went to take a shower. Oh, pleasant. All right.
Hang on. I'm just going to test a command in chat then.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any for stream elements for this particular channel.
Would hydrate work?
Oh, that's a point. No, because it's not there. Ah, well said. That's one I can add. But there are not commands, but there are set timers. So they're set up as well. Getting stream things set up is fun. Oh, it certainly isn't, Alice. Especially when you have to log out physically of several applications and re-log in as the second channel, and then you have to redo the overlays for the second channel. Luckily for me, all it is the sub goal at the top and the alerts, and I've added this chat box as well because the other chat box was not working for some reason. So it's, you know.
Isn't at the moment though one of your sub goals not able to work though, is it at the moment?
Well, it does if people sub, but
No one can sub. I don't think anyway. Is that the way Twitch channels work? You have to get to affiliate first.
Oh, that's a point. Oh yes, because I'm not affiliate. Whoops. I forgot about that. Yeah. A very fast typer. Not sure how that works. No. Well, you can change the speed of how the chat appears in this box. But I thought it looks all right. But I don't know how it works either. I just spotted it and thought, hey, there we go. But back to your question, Retro. I think you're right.
Because I'm looking on stream right now, I can't see any button to sub.
Ah. You know what, I had. Let me spot that. Because I think you're right, which means. Okay, come on. I might drop some frames here. Because
what are you doing?
I'm having a look. Oh yes, there's no. Hey, stop it. There we are. Yeah, there's no sub bar, is there? No.
No.
So you could be right then. Fair enough. Oh, why is it 720? Why am I in 720? Never mind. Shouldn't be. Oh. I'm not complaining.
720 good?
Well, it's good if I had the bitrate to stream at 720, which is no longer HD. I need an internet upgrade. And the only way of going about it is by getting like a sim.
Right.
I'm with you. It's like a SIM card device. It's essentially like a phone, but it's one that you can sort of take with you, if you see what I mean. So it's like
What about the hotspots?
Yes, that's it. So so you buy that on its own. The one I've been looking at is very expensive, but I think they call it the Nighthawk. Was it M1 or M2 version? Which is interesting. Hey, look, it works. So once you get that, you go into your service provider, which for me is EE, and they give you a SIM card based package. It's like when you buy a new phone, it's like that. You get data on your phone, that sort of thing. But for this, it's all it is unlimited data. So that plugs into your wireless 4G device, and then hopefully better internet. Both down.
What I did was, at some points, we have these things. If you plug it into the thingy, the Wi-Fi thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can plug one else somewhere in your house, and then connect it directly up to whatever device you want to use internet with, and it gives it direct internet.
I think. Well, it's like an extender.
Yeah, it's like a Wi-Fi booster.
Yeah.
Quite useful.
So I've got one of those, but it really doesn't. It's purely because where I am and the place that I'm in has the inside of the walls are extremely old and full of copper wiring, which is a very slow conductor, and thus in turn doesn't give me the potential speeds that I should be getting and as advertised by BT. And of course they won't give me fibre because they can't be bothered to. They're making an excuse saying the wire's too long. So do it anyway. It's got to be better than what I'm getting at the moment. So their loss on 20 quid. Because it costs about 40 or 50, I think, if I upgrade it. However, it'll cost a hell of a lot cheaper if we go through the 4G hotspot wireless hub that you can take with you, with an unlimited EE SIM card, which is going to cost you 30 a month instead of 40 or 50. So, but the thing is, will it work for where I am? It should do, because it's data, as opposed to working off the wall socket and failing miserably. So it's worth a test. Trouble is though, if I wanted to test it, I need to buy it first. Okay, why is that being in it?
So, what's the topic we'll be talking about today, by the way?
Oh, hang on.
Before we go into any more internet shenanigans.
I just realised what that did. That was the brightness. Okay. Oh, that's clever. I didn't know that was a thing. Sorry, I've just found something new on the camera app. It changes the light and contrast.
White balance you're on about?
It could be, yes. Or they call it ISO or something.
Oh yeah, ISO, yeah.
Um,
I went to college and that's one of the things I studied, cameras, so yeah.
Okay. That's right, I think you sent a couple of snaps through.
Yeah.
Can't remember what it was. Some sort of...
It's just some of my work, random pieces of my work.
That'd be quite good. maybe have an image section on here. Post creative work. That'd be an idea. I won't do that now. So yeah, well, I guess the subject is understanding Asperger's and autism and living with it, I guess.
Where do we start?
I haven't got an absolute clue, and I know it was pretty much covered in this morning's stream, but I mean we can cover it all again. I mean, do you want to kick us off? Maybe come in with an experience or what you already know.
I can go in with an experience, I guess, but I'd need a segue, I guess, for it.
Segue.
Like, it's from like this morning's stream, if anyone was there.
Right.
But talking about people not understanding.
Mm-hmm.
I had it was worse because teachers don't understand as well. Some of my teachers didn't.
True.
If you know. So when I acted myself, I got in trouble for it. Mostly detentions, etc.
Yes. That sounds familiar.
I literally accidentally made a comment which sounded a bit cocky.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't in my mind, but you know, it came out wrong, and yeah.
It was perceived or misunderstood as maybe threatening, possibly, but
No, it was more.
But you know you didn't mean.
I was being. It sounded like I was being sarcastic, and I did not mean to sound like it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very similar for me, especially in a work environment where my mindset is, okay, let's get everything out in order, let's set this up, you know, A, B and C done, and I think without realizing until, you know, somebody says to me, well, hang on, you sound threatening here, and that's not what I'm trying to portray. You know, I don't want to be.
Oh, sorry, it just appeared in finger.
Oh, I think it's an ad.
What? No, I'm not talking about stream. I'm talking about Discord.
Oh no, yeah, I'm looking at the Discord. Oh well, someone's just posted that and left. It's the Iveta or Livetta or whatever the name is. I think that's probably spam.
Yeah.
Order essay writing online smarter and faster than your profs. Okay, I think we'll get rid of that. And that person has subsequently left. So there we go. Got to watch out for those. So what are we talking about? Yes, so they perceived me as coming across to them as threatening, and I have to let them know that that is not my intention to come across as threatening. It's just the way I am, and I suppose it's the way you are when you say you've been you're yourself, if that makes sense, rather than trying to be someone else. It's very difficult. If back to understanding, it's also difficult if people don't already know about it. and then if you try and explain, it's complicated to explain, unless they haven't personally experienced a family member or friend with the same sort of or similar things to what we have, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking on Wikipedia, of all places, and it's a long document about Asperger's, and I was thinking, well, I did this a few years back on my other YouTube channel. I did a little video on it, and I think I used that Wikipedia, and I'm sure there's more on it now than there was last time I used it. So
I mean, being me is quite difficult as well, because not only Asperger's, but I have other things wrong as well.
right.
Which make for an interesting combination.
Oh right, okay. Are you, or would you feel free to talk about them openly, or I mean,
Sure.
this is a safe place. So, but it's entirely up to you.
I mean, I have ADHD and Asperger's as well. Possibly mixed with a little bit of schizo, maybe.
Oh crikey!
Maybe, but that can't be proved yet because of complications, etc. Tablets. But yeah, it makes for fun things happening.
Crikey! ADHD is that forgive the expression. Is that the same as if you were just trying to describe somebody who is very
It's
over
attention deficit.
energetic? You know, sort of.
I don't know. That might be part. It's attention deficit. Hyperactive disorder. It's basically I get distracted easily, and I may also be hyper. Possibly, I don't know. I don't know the exact terminology, but yeah.
That sounds about right.
Or as I've heard it called, attention deficit. Ooh, shiny.
That's a better. Yep, I prefer that description. Actually, you've just reminded me about somebody who was very like that in college. But it was. I don't know if she had ADHD or ADD or the other one. But if there was drink involved, put it this way, and then you took out some shiny keys, she'd be like a cat, and she'd stare at the keys and go, "Ooh, shiny," and you could jiggle them like this, and then she'd go, "Oh," she'd turn into a cat, and it's not actually turn into a cat physically, but you know,
Yeah, I get what you mean.
It was rather amusing, in a fun sort of way.
Well, I tend to be, as you've seen as well, I tend to be more of a. I do get distracted a lot when I'm drunk.
Yes.
As you've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, heard anyway.
Heard, yes, not seen, no. And yes, I don't know whether that's a good idea. The same for myself as well.
Oh
God. If there's drink involved, for me, then all I do after, if I'm tipsy and just slightly over, then very loud music goes on, and then that's it until I get tired, or I don't know, start or stop playing darts or something. I don't know.
I mean, I just get happy and giggly and everything. It's fun when you're being me, because you tend to just lose like everything bad, but all just tends to slowly go away, and you just get sort of like giggly, and that. You find everything funny.
So
it's
that
weird.
Yeah, I mean, so that in turn could be another distraction.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't condone don't drink your problems away.
Oh no, of course. No.
But what I'm saying is, I enjoy that more than, I don't know, something else. I guess I don't know what else.
Like,
But yeah.
Like, let's say, for example, you prefer to enjoy that aspect rather than going out, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think I pretty much, not pretty much the same. I don't want to keep saying that, but there are similarities.
Yeah, it's sort of relatable.
Yeah. I mean, with the, was it the 18 or 20-week isolation we had, could be longer, could be less, I don't know. It felt like isolation anyway before then, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I
mean,
did.
The only way you could get me out was mostly just for college,
Mm.
and now that's stopped. I doubt I'll get out much.
No, you're staying. Yeah. Well, I mean, I rarely go out and really don't go out anyway. Number one is the money aspect, and number two is the social aspect. And number three, I guess I prefer doing this.
Yeah.
So,
You see, I think that's where a little bit my sort of personality differs slightly.
Mm.
See, I like going out with my friends,
mm-hmm.
but I don't know how to make new ones necessarily.
Yes, that is very difficult.
Once you're my friend, I can talk to you very easily, but getting to know you is a bit.
Yeah, it's small talk, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah,
well, is it small talk?
How do I introduce myself?
Yeah, it's finding the ability to naturally approach somebody and say, you know, somebody you don't know, and just, you know, say, hello, my name's such and such, how are you today? And
yeah.
let's take it from a different point thing. So if you go to a pub, for example, and you know somebody in the pub, and you know you rarely speak to them, but you know them, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
And you know that they are well known. For me, I'm constantly thinking, well, that person's doing well, and that person's all right, but how do I approach them? And because I've asked myself that question, there are different sort of scenarios of ways in which I could approach this person. So by the time I thought of 5 or 6 scenarios, that person's either gone out into the smoking shelter, or outside on the benches to drink, or somewhere else, or left entirely.
That's a little different, because I remember I'm going off of an experience mostly
mm-hmm.
with the pub scenario.
Mm-hmm.
It was more if I knew a person even slightly, I could talk to them easily. But if I don't know them at all, I'll find it very difficult to say hello.
Mm.
And it's more I mean, take this example. I have a big group of friends, but I wouldn't know that any of them if one of them hadn't talked to me that one day. Like one of them approached me, and then I had an entire group of friends. But if that person hadn't approached me, I would never have known them.
No, that's.
Quite
I think
weird.
no, I think that's the same for me as well. But I work on it. It's slightly more complicated, I guess, in the fact that if there's a group of people and I know them from either working with them or whatever, I won't interact with them until they say, or one or two of them, or whoever in the group say, come over and chat.
Yeah.
And I see that as an invite, rather than just...
Like on invite-only basis, then.
Yeah, rather than just approaching the group naturally, like, I guess anybody else would, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
And just sitting, or, you know, finding some way of joining the conversation. And it's about finding people of my own age as well.
Do you get the thing where it's easier to talk to people of, say, like an older age rather than your own age? Because I get that a lot.
Yes.
Like, I prefer to talk to older people than my age because they seem more mature, I guess.
No, exactly. Fully relate to that. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's something to do with childhood. Maybe that's got something to do with making new friends, or maybe because I think because you said that, I'm now remembering that I always spoke to teachers.
Yeah.
As opposed, because obviously they're a lot older. And I think talking to teachers, and I want to say they're sort of on the same wavelength, maybe, as us.
Them more, though.
Exactly, yeah. Whereas you got the others who are off listening to the new craze of music or whatever, and we're off talking to the teachers, talking about maths or English, or when is the next homework due, or college, for example, how do we do this assignment, X, Y, and Z. It's like almost staying in after everybody else has gone, because you have questions about the assignment, and they can see that they're on the same sort of wavelength.
It's more like that. I also managed to find that I could just talk to them, have fun more as well, because they seem to be a lot more. I don't know. They didn't follow trends, I guess. I am not mainstream, to say the least. I'm more alternative, if you've ever seen me. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I think I can't see myself as being mainstream. I mean, I try to learn about new things, new items, whatever, on YouTube, like how to do what we're doing today, and I don't know, I guess just learning.
You prefer to learn. I did that when I was back in school as well.
But it's got to be not because you have to learn. It's got to be because you want to improve on you're on you, I guess, or yourself. Like learning a language or
Basically, you do it because you want to get something out of it.
yeah. So, well, would you put it like that? If you put it like that, it may sound a bit disingenuous, but I see what you mean and where you're going with it. Because obviously I understand and you understand.
Because
So
you enjoy it, basically. It's more.
yeah,
You're passionate about it, so
like,
you
like a
pursue it more.
yeah. So it becomes like a hobby,
Yeah.
I guess, rather than something that you have to do and then you don't enjoy it and then it becomes disingenuous, and then that portrays across to others who watch you and see what you do, and that's in a general consensus as opposed to streaming. It's good fun. So I guess for the moment, yeah, this is a hobby, but I enjoy doing it, and I just filter out anybody who sort of, I don't know, hates it, I guess. And again, it goes full circle round back to understanding. So there we go. Anything to add?
I don't know. I guess, like, because I know for a fact, like, no one when I was at school wanted to learn about the things that I wanted to learn about. I don't know if you know the YouTube channel called Vsauce.
Yeah. Well, again, I'm aware of the channel, but
Well, basically,
yeah.
he talks about a lot more sort of advanced, sort of like it's different things like
Let me have a look.
the odd number rule and that, which is really weird. But it's like I preferred that where everyone just didn't back in school. Like no one really wanted to learn how to count past infinity or whatever. But I did.
Yeah, because it's well, I mean,
and no one
why not?
enjoyed things like quantum physics apart from like one other person. And I did as well, along with that person, so I got along more with them.
Yeah. So you found somebody else who had a similar sort of interest or understanding as yourself, and
yeah, and we could make jokes about that sort of thing as well. So it's just it was fun.
Yeah. Whereas if you try to interact with somebody else who doesn't understand, and you make that same joke,
yeah,
they won't get it, or they might not get it. And again, full circle understanding.
Yeah.
And then they give you a really horrid look, and then it's like, oh, okay, I'll just go over there somewhere.
Yeah, I'll just hide.
Yeah, hide. That's it. I keep saying that to Alice because we chat on Snapchat, and I keep saying, oh, I'll just hide for a minute, and she keeps saying, no, stop doing that, stop hiding. I was like, okay, okay, oh yeah, so of course, Vsauce, yeah. The odd number rule, top video.
I think that's because it's his newest video.
Yeah.
He's been gone for a while.
4 days old, 5 months, 9 months. Hmm.
You can't. I mean, you couldn't watch some of them because some of them were YouTube Premium, so I stopped watching them for a bit.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But before that, he did the weirdest videos, which I loved because they were so. It was coming up with problems, solving them, and like it's ones that you didn't even know you wanted to learn about. I guess.
Okay. Well, there are some really old videos here. There's one from 6 years ago called "What is Random."
Yeah, that was things like that. And one, I think my favourite one was called "What Will We Miss?"
Is it there? How to talk to aliens. That was his Minefield series.
Yeah, like I think that's the ones that you can't actually watch unless you get premium. But anything else is okay.
I don't know. I mean, I've just searched his channel and he's got season 3, episodes 4 to 5 on the top search. I haven't clicked. Oh no, there's season 1, episode 1, isolation. Let's click on it. Yep, it works.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's his Minefield series. Yeah, so season 1, episode 1, 2, full episode. It's over half an hour long.
Yeah, but
So,
if you've seen these things like "What Will We Miss?" and that got me thinking a lot as well.
what will we miss? There's a reaction there. Oh, that's 7 years ago. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Save to watch later. There we go. Huh.
But the one I remember, I think most was the Infinity one, where he learns how to count past infinity. Because I paid attention to that, and it's just
Oh, here we
I
go.
brought that up to a teacher,
Yeah.
and the teacher got it, but no one else in the class cared.
Huh. Oh, that's interesting.
It's an interesting video, that one is, the Infinity one, because you wouldn't think of it.
No, I found the video and I've saved it.
Not the Infinity one.
Yeah, how to count past infinity 4 years ago. Everything's in 4K, which is quite good. All right, I'll have a look at that later. Let's drop that for a minute. There we go. So, okay, it's definitely a good watch. And again, that's something we can relate to. So, yeah.
I mean, what do you call it? It might give you an existential crisis, one of them, but you know, it's funny. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, I could try and start watching it now, but I think because it's in such a high quality, it's going to kill my bandwidth.
Don't worry about it.
It's something for later on. But there we go. Any other sort of remarks, experiences, things?
I have a ton.
You have a ton?
Yeah.
Go for it.
A metric ton.
Well,
But
shed the weight, as it were.
I mean, which one should I start at though? Because there's so many.
Start from the beginning.
The very beginning.
Why not? Why not?
Well, I mean,
Let's.
That's a good show. Ooh.
What about top 5? Best to worst, or worst to best?
Here's one for you. As I've mentioned, some of the things I have.
Mm-hmm.
Have you? I don't know if you experience this, but do you ever have a voice in your head,
Yes.
like an actual one though, which talks and acts independently?
I suppose it's more of a calculating voice, whereas
Oh.
it's almost like a delay. So if I'm working things out in my head, that's the inner voice, and then perhaps 10 minutes later, the delay will then interact with the rest of me, I guess, and then out it comes. So it's very sort of calculating and almost like
More logical.
reading. I don't know, like, yes.
Well, mine was sort of put simply, if it had a body, then it could act as a person.
Hmm.
That's the kind of level of intelligence it has.
Like
Well, I suppose I should say she because it was a she.
Okay.
And it has a name. Or 2 names, I guess. Its original name was somewhat different, but this was back before I learned I was trans as well, so I gave it the same name I have.
Hmm.
Chloe.
Gotcha.
But this one it's very odd because it sort of merged with me as a person as well, so basically we sort of act the same, but that one's a little more protective, I guess.
Hmm.
It's a little more crazy, I guess. Didn't
Sounds.
know you could get more crazy than me, but yeah.
No comment. Yet.
But basically,
Hmm.
it's taught me a lot as well, and it's definitely kept me safe. I mean, it has its drawbacks as well, but yeah. Without going into too much detail, I'll save that for another stream, I guess.
Sure.
But it's
So, is it like sort of? Is it like sort of multiple personalities and that sort of thing?
imagine having another person, a full person in your head, basically.
Wouldn't fit.
I know, but just imagine.
I get you.
Yeah, it's basically like that, and it's still here today.
Interesting.
If I focused hard enough, I could actually talk as them, like talk to you with them. Like my voice, it would be my voice, but it would be them talking, if you understand that.
Right, yes. So I guess it is like a sort of hidden personality, sort of wanting to sort of reach out, maybe, and...
It's basically another person trapped, but they can talk, and they do a lot.
What's that film called with McElroy?
Flip?
Yes.
Split? Yeah.
Yes. That's a very good film, that. But I like how it combines... what's his name?
I never watched it, so please don't spoil it.
No, I won't. All I'm going to say is it's very clever how they brought some other elements together as well, and that's it.
Yeah.
Very powerful connection.
But this person, it's more. They are a lot different than, well, because we've sort of like been together so long. It's more. Sure, they can act civilized, but they are not civilized as a person. They were never civilized to begin with, basically. Don't think. but they're always there for me.
I wonder if these, if I can say, figures that we have in our minds, whether they are were created by our minds to fill in a gap for having somebody close, for example, like a friend or a family member, that sort of thing. Because I'd always imagined what would it be like to have a brother or sister, and I think this character in my mind, and I've created like a scenery as well, and this, it's almost like an Aztec sort of step, like imagine like pyramids but big sort of step, and this person sitting on the bottom step. There used to be a third person, but that person has gone, and that was a very long time ago.
Well, I mean,
it's, I don't know if that's a filler. Not a filler, no.
I mean, I know this is going to sound crazy as well, even with what I was talking about. I've seen ghosts and that as well, but I don't know if this one's different to that.
Like
what I do know is it's
like a higher sort of, not sense of being, but just like a sort of higher sense, as it were.
No, because
does that make sense?
basically I've seen ghosts, but this one doesn't. But the person inside my head does not seem like one. So I'm wondering, is that me, or is that ghost, or is that something else? It's very difficult to understand with everything.
Interesting.
You go.
Yeah. I was going to say, I've only ever had, well, I guess, could you call them experiences? Two experiences of maybe not seeing a ghost, but sort of, you know, when you get that sort of cold presence of a ghost that goes sort of, you know, straight through you, and you stop, you freeze on the spot, and the temperature just drops and it hits you straight through you and then just disappears somewhere. That's happened to me. It was a long time ago. We were living in what was then a grade A listed building owned by monks from the 15th or 16th century. And one particular morning, it was very early in the morning, it was like 2 or 3 or something, woke up, needed, you know, a glass of water. I could have gone to the bathroom, but I didn't want to wake parents. So I continued down the stairs, and this very cold air, I can't remember which way it came, whether it was in front of me or behind. It could have been all around, but everything just, I froze there, and everything just went cold. This cold just went right through me.
I mean, I've seen things like actual people who weren't there at all, and I've been tapped on the shoulder before, and no one was there. So, yeah.
Weird.
But things, talking back again to this person, I won't go into too much detail about this, but basically, when we originally tried to get rid of them as like with tablets, I didn't want to, and they sort of burst out, I guess, trying to protect themselves.
So those tablets were suppressing the personality, I suppose, or person. Yes. Okay.
And they did not like it. So it wants to protect. It's definitely a living sort of being, I guess.
Hmm.
And I lost
What?
per se. Oh, sorry, I hit my mic.
It just went really loud in my ears.
But yeah, sorry. But
Carry on.
I used to be worried that if I did snap out of anger, would it be me coming back or would it be them?
Right.
If you get what I mean.
Hmm.
Like who would be in control?
Is it their personality or personalities protecting you, or is it you, or they're controlling you, or is it you trying to protect them, or?
I think it's more like, I wouldn't say symbiotic, but I'd say I protect them, they protect me,
Hmm.
and they only look out for me, really.
Right. Well, that's good. I mean, there's somebody who's already been in this channel, Alice. I'm not going to give myself permission to tell you what she's told me regarding what we've just spoken about and different sorts of personalities.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let her do that if she is very willing to, because it's very interesting, a very similar sort of personalities. I'm gonna go as far as saying she has 3, and that's it.
But don't worry, like, I won't cry. I've learned to keep, you know, what I mean.
No, that's fine. That's understandable. But I think it would be nice to hear from her directly. And what she's told me. I mean, it's fascinating stuff. And what I will say is that one of those personalities is very protecting.
Yeah.
So, like, they say, don't hurt.
I mean,
don't hurt this person.
Yeah, like, I got...
Submissive, I think, is the word, I think.
No, I don't think so.
No. We'll move on.
Yeah, moving on.
Yes, you go. Right.
I don't know.
You were continuing your point.
Oh yeah. But I've also tried to explain this to some people as well, and jokingly they sort of shuffled away from me. It was a joke, but it's like, if they weren't so like-minded people and they did that, it's like people would probably do that as well. Like actual people who are mainstream, I guess, would probably shuffle away from you. So it's made me think about that. So it's made me think, is this sort of thing... Well, of course it's not normal for people, but it's become normal for me. So how... I've sort of been left to think about that sort of thing.
Right. So what's normal for you is not normal for others.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
And I also had an interesting question posed to me by someone I knew. The question was, what is normal, though?
Everybody else.
When you think about it. Yes, but when you say everybody else, everybody... Everybody... No, because everybody else... When you say everybody else, who do you mean by that? Is the question that was posed to me, because I said that exact same thing. And they said, well, what do you mean, everybody else? And then I said, well, everyone who's not me. But then again, I had to think about that, because it's not a thing.
There's a more definitive answer, I guess. Underlying, maybe.
And then it got me thinking about, a song that I've heard as well.
Mm.
And one of the lyrics in it goes, "If crazy's the new normal, then it's not that crazy, is it?"
I've heard that somewhere.
Makes you think.
Mm.
Does the name Hollow ring a bell?
Possibly. More info.
Icon for Hire?
More.
They're sort of like a punk sort of band, but it was a rap that they sang in that, I guess.
Ah, okay.
Sort of goes, if crazy is normal, then it's not that crazy, is it? Because the word by definition means it sits outside the system.
I got you. Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean now.
Yeah.
Took a while to... Oh, okay.
It makes you think, though.
Hmm. This is a broader subject than we thought about. I think what I might do is for the next stream is I might do a little bit of reading online and acquire some information, and so that maybe I could get a bit more of an understanding, and we can see if we can have a much broader conversation. And I will try and get Alice in as well, but it's kind of difficult for her at the moment to do so because let's just say family, and we'll stop there. So it's like she can't join us if a certain person is there in the same room with her.
Yeah.
In other words, a hover.
Oh, you don't need to say more.
No, I would.
Understand.
Yeah, it's a little bit creepy, you know, as somebody who hovers, you know.
Yeah, don't worry.
But
don't worry.
It's a nuisance, really. But no.
How long have we been going for, by the way? I'll just check that is uptime still a thing?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'll check, hang on.
Oh, I'm not sure because I've switched to Nightbot. It might be. Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's good. As long as those commands are okay, I could probably set them up in Nightbot, but the other one that was important was this. Fine.
Would that work for me, do you reckon? Hang on. You probably...
It probably...
don't know.
Probably would. I mean, if it... No. Damn, we got that working before. How did I do that? I activated the loyalty thing on Stream Elements, and for some reason that allowed it to work. But anyway, so at least uptime works. That's better than out. So, right. Well, yes. So nearly hour and a half. Shall we pause there and any ideas for the next stream? like topic-wise? I think you mentioned something, and you said you wanted to save it for the next stream. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I guess more about me next stream, I guess.
That's fine. More ghostly tales as well. That'd be awesome. But okay. Well, exhausted what we can and what we've learnt so far about Asperger and I guess autism as well, and
bit of everything.
Using things like streaming and other sort of skill sets to, you know, go on in life. That's about it. Good. Well, I'm exhausted. I think I'm going to consume plenty of water, and I might do a gaming stream later on the other channel. But we'll go from there. Looks very clean, this. It's good. Right. Good. So, once again, thank you for coming in to chat, and we will converse again, I guess. If you want to, I don't know, if you want to talk about something tomorrow, let me know. Give me an idea of, you know, what it is, and then we could set things up and go from there.
I guess I'll try that then.
And good. Right. Okay.
And with this, I bid you goodbye then, I guess.
Indeed. We shall return. I'll try and get Alice to come in as well, because it'd be quite fascinating to hear about personalities, because they're similar-ish, but we'll sort that out. So there we are. So once again, thank you very much, and
bye-bye.
And goodbye. Huh. Well, that was good. Oops. There we go. So, yeah, so that leaves me to leaves me to thank Retro Today for coming in and just having a further chat about experiences, our experiences, and yeah, just trying to progress in life. Well, there we go. So I think I'm going to end this portion of the stream here, and perhaps come back tomorrow. So no, offline. Okay. So there we are. So thank you once again to Retro, and we'll see you all in the next stream. 3, 2, 1, silly face. It's a tired face. Goodbye.